Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, this year we are introducing a lot of innovations to the WSIS Forum with the aim of strengthening engagement, inclusiveness, and the outcome orientation. The Secretary General has carried out informal consultations in order to identify the chairman of the WSIS Forum 2016, and it's my pleasure to propose to you for your consideration His Excellency Ambassador Daniel Sepulveda, Deputy Assistant Secretary of State and U.S. Coordinator for International Communications and Information Policy, as the chairman of this forum.
Thank you very much, and good morning. Thank you, Malcolm. I am honored to be here chairing the 2016 WSIS Forum. As others have pointed out, this is the first forum since the international community concluded its 10-year review of the WSIS in December 2015. As such, it presents us with an opportunity to both reflect on the past and to look forward to the future. It also gives me an opportunity to express my appreciation for all the work that all of you have done to make this forum possible. I want to in particular thank the sponsors and the partners who have made this event possible through their funding. But I also want to take the time to note how much work goes into putting together an event like this. The UN staff and those that prepare each of us to be here are the unsung heroes of this event. And for their hard work and their quiet dedication, they deserve our sincere thanks. When the world came together in 2003 and 2005, the delegates were only beginning to understand the potential of ICTs and the internet. The question they had to grapple with was how to support the new, organic, bottom-up processes that were driving innovation and growth in this space as it evolved from a research project to a global platform for the exchange of information. They chose to invest in, foster, and enrich that process. 10 years later, in December of 2015 in New York, the UN General Assembly recognized and reaffirmed that this was the correct decision and approach. With the high-level meeting behind us, the question on everyone's mind is, where do we go from here? And since the focus of the WSIS has always been on how we can use the ICTs to achieve internationally agreed development goals, the 2030 Agenda for Sustainable Development is a natural place to start. The 2030 Agenda is a milestone international agreement and will be an effective tool to advance our shared international development priorities. This new agenda and its 17 new Sustainable Development Goals will catalyze action to increase sustainable economic and social development for people all around the world. The U.S. government is heeding the SDG call to action at both the national and international levels to increase access to ICTs, as well as the ability to use them as a tool for economic and social development. For example, President Barack Obama unveiled the Connect All initiative in March 2016 to help Americans at every income level get online and have the tools to take full advantage of the internet by connecting 20 million more Americans by 2020. At the international level, the U.S. Department of State recently launched the Global Connect initiative, which aims to catalyze multi-stakeholder efforts to help bring an additional 1.5 billion people online by 2020. By better coordinating existing efforts and mobilizing the development banks and development community to engage this effort. These initiatives, among many others, add to the collective efforts by stakeholders around the world to bring the potential of ICTs to achieving the 2030 Agenda. The original WSIS and the Millennium Development Goals had only informal linkages, but it is clear that the WSIS framework had a significant impact on progress towards achieving the MDGs. The WSIS Plus 10 high-level meeting recognized this progress and called for a continued close linkage between the WSIS and the 2030 Agenda. Although there is no single SDG that specifically focuses on ICTs or increasing internet access, there is broad agreement that the continued development and deployment of ICTs are critical to realizing the SDGs and also to measuring them. We believe that continued implementation of the WSIS action lines will organically contribute to the 2030 agenda. We also believe that the WSIS community's work will foster greater connections among internet and development stakeholders and allow for a stronger and more realistic understanding of ICT's potential and the challenges constraining it in difficult development contexts. ICTs can also play a crucial role in monitoring and measuring progress towards sustainable development by facilitating data gathering and analysis of indicators adopted for every goal and target. UN agencies, including the ones that are co-facilitating this event, have begun to work to identify these indicators, and we welcome that effort. I look forward to continuing this discussion with you all of this week. The WSIS Forum is an annual platform for discussion sharing of best practices and implementation of the WSIS outcomes among all stakeholders. This year, we are working to make that interaction a bit more dynamic, inclusive, and engaging. I encourage you all to take the opportunity that the WSIS Forum presents to meet new people, forge new connections, and foster new dialogue. And I thank you again for the honor of chairing this event.